ARESxGOD here, and it's time to talk about the latest episode from Noblesse. And I gotta say, this is the episode we needed and the series needed. Finally, an action-packed episode, cool and epic moments. Please give me more like this, Noblesse, please, please. Now, let's get into the episode and see what happened. Now, after last week, how it ended with Rise, like a boss walk in the room, things finally get epic in this series. We see power releases, fights, cool moments. Now we have Takeo versus Frank. Takeo still holding his own against Frank. Even Frank said, I need my full power to go against him. But he had his reservation about releasing his own power, because he didn't have permission from Rai. Now Takeo did the mistake in this case, suggesting he's gonna go after Rai once he's finished with Frank, and this caused Frank to get mad, ignoring the seal, so to say, because it's not an actual seal, and released his power against Takeo. And yeah, he was again in complete control of the fight. Let's first talk about the Takeo versus Frank fight, and then go after the other fights. Now, after Frank released his powers, he took control of the fight, like I said. And Takeo was overwhelmed over there. He didn't really know what to do, confused as to how he's this power. He even gets stabbed and toyed around by Frankenstein. And at some point, he even accepts his fate as some form of punishment for everything he did so far for the Union, the guilt he felt, the people he killed, what happened, the choices he made to get to this moment. But he has a glimpse in his head, a flash, and he remembers his sister and gets a bit of motivation and reason to start fighting back. And he actually manages to give Frankenstein a scratch on his face from a bullet. But of course, he still doesn't win the fight. He gets turned into a shish kebab, like getting impaled all over the body over there. And yeah, he almost gets killed by Frank, but he gets stopped, or in a way, Sarah comes in after her fight with Hammer, which she didn't really turn out well for Hammer. I feel like Hammer just felt like, I don't know, a bit underwhelming. All he did was just shoot random stuff with that weapon, cannon, whatever he had. Over there, Sarah completely overwhelmed him, overpowered him. And we finally got to see her power. It's a weapon, a sight, soul weapon, death sight. And that seems to be a important thing, according to Frank later on in the episode. Because only high nobles have that sort of power, and she's apparently very high up there. After she deals with Hammer, which felt like she was squashing a bug, honestly, or cutting a bug in this case, and she says something very curious, that people have been referring to this power weapon as the Grim Reaper for a long time. Is she the origin of the Grim Reaper myth, or is that power or weapon the origin of the Grim Reaper myth in human history? And after she dealt with Hammer, she sees Frankenstein aura and power released, and goes there, sort of interrupts right at the moment when Frank was about to kill Takeo. Now they talk a bit. She finally sees that Frankenstein is not a normal human, and Takeo did something very surprising to both of them. He asks Sarah to save the kids that are inside before collapsing, and this causes Frankenstein to not kill him. I'm very happy that Takeo survived, and now it's time for the bloodbath, or the complete annihilation that happened inside, where we have Rai finally walking in. And that walk is probably gonna stay with me for a long time from last episode, and he delivered. And he finally had some voice lines in this episode. He released his power. And Kranz felt like Jake back in the OVA, Noblesse Awakening. Remember to watch that if you're just starting the series. Now, Kranz didn't expect this, nobody expected this, all the looks of surprise over there. Nobody didn't know what to do, how to handle this situation with somebody just walking in and completely taking control over the situation. And I'm finally glad Rai got some screen time in this episode and some words in, because yeah, he completely destroyed Kranz over there, and Kranz was still trying to fight, but as soon as Rai walked in, I got some the Misfit of Demon King Academy flashbacks a bit with Anos. Rai walked in and said, "Who gave you permission to speak?" Made him kneel down, kneel before Rai. "I didn't give you permission to move," and completely blocked their body movements over there. Kranz was was dumbfounded, honestly. He started to actually feel scared. Now, Kranz wanted to fight back over there, started getting up a bit, and he also wanted to absorb Tao. He told Tao, "Hey dude, eat up the drug so I can absorb you." Now, Tao still wanted to follow orders over there. He almost went through with it, but Manabu asks Rai to save Tao, and I feel like that kind of touched Tao in a bit over there, on his feelings, so to say. He finally woke up from just following orders, and caused him to turn against Kranz. Now, of course, Kranz didn't expect this, and yeah, Tao gets saved by Rai in this case, right before Kranz decided to absorb him even without the drug. And I liked what Rai did, besides the cool epic power unleash moments. He went to the kids, as to Yu and Manabu, asked them, why are you begging this of me? And he didn't ask it like, why are you begging this of me? I'm not your puppet or some sort of stuff. What he said, why are you begging this for me? Saying it is not needed between us. You can see how much he cares for them, and they also care for him. And this felt like a touching moment between them, and this is when he unleashed his powers to everybody's surprise, especially Regis. He was the one who knew what that power was, and I starts controlling blood again, and the name of the power was Blood-Filled, and only very special individuals who are actually able to control blood are capable of unleashing that powers. I'm very curious when they're gonna have this open conversation between all the parties involved. Kranz got put into a blender of blood, so to say, over there. He didn't stood a chance. But yeah, I was laughing and enjoying the episode quite a lot. Besides the slice of life moments and so on, we've kind of gotten used to so far in Noblesse. This episode got me a lot more into the series. I hope we're gonna have more episodes like this, because you have these very powerful characters and very interesting characters, lore moments, probably some politics, or also some history going around there as to Rai, Frankenstein, the nobles in general. A very interesting world, but I feel like they're focusing a bit too much on the slice of life moment. Don't get me wrong, they're fun. I enjoy some of them, but the first half of this episode, dude, I need more of this. Please, Noblesse, please give me more of this and start getting into serious stuff a bit more. Now, after all of the action-packed first half of the episode we have, and I need more, we see Takio recovering with M21, Yu and Manabu sleeping near them. We find out that Tao is also okay, and something very curious happened. We see Rai actually coughing up some blood. Seems that his power comes at a risk, drawback. There's something to it that It's not very good for his body. Even Frankenstein was worried over there. And we see that Rai did it for the sake of the kids, just to save them. Also get a glimpse in their past, the moment that the order or the seal happened on Frankenstein's power, that from that moment on his power would be sealed and only Rai's order would release it. And there's so much fate between them. Even Frankenstein was feeling guilty that he went against his orders, releasing his power, but Rai had faith into him, that saying that I know you would only release that power if you had a good reason. I'd love to get more backstory with them, how they got so close to each other, what happened, why do they have so much faith and trust in each other. Hopefully we're gonna get an episode that reveals more answers as to them. And after that, hey, you gotta love Rai. The first thing on his mind probably is always food, and right after this serious conversation between them, when is dinner ready? Sure. And we get into the dinner. We see it was cooked by Sarah. Tao has a way with words, complimenting left and right about the food, about Sarah's looks. Even Frank told him, hey, you're gonna do alright in the world, you know how to talk. Sarah was also very humble over there, taking the compliments. And they started getting into food, so to say. I would love some food. The food was also looking very, very, very good. Now, most of the food was made by Sarah. Frank was the one who made the ramen. Rai was waiting for his ramen to melt over there, as it has become his tradition or obsession in this case with ramen. I feel like he only eats ramen left and right as much as he can. M21 and Takio also join. Takio is feeling very grateful that he's still alive and got saved. And the relationship between M21 and Regis went back on track, so to say, with them bickering over food, who has more, who has less, and stuff like that. And I feel like Regis is a bit of a tsundere for M21, the look he gave him when he joined the room. I'm happy they're starting to get along a bit better. Hopefully they're gonna become proper friends if they're not already. Now we have M21 starting to feel guilty that he endangered the kids for information, and not even being able to get that information. He has a lot of feelings into him, so to say. Now this is where things are opening more about the world. Like I said, we need more of this, because Rai comes in and tells him, you are not weak, there's a power within you. Starts taking some of his blood and actually licks it a bit, and we see awakening of M21's powers. Rai is the one who does it, and this werewolf form, Rai says that's his true form. Hey, we have werewolves also, why not? I'm curious how powerful M21 is gonna be when he actually gets control of that power. He was looking very, very good over there, if I do say so myself. And thank you, Rai, for doing that. Now we have Tao and Takio talking about what happened. Tao tells Takio what Kranz did and the purpose of the drugs, for them to just be absorbed. We also have M21 overhearing them by accident. Before walking into the room, he stops himself there just to see what they're talking about. And a bombshell was dropped a bit about Takio, because he was thinking of his sister. And Tao reveals something very shocking to him, says that, hey, relax a bit, just listen to me. I went through the information in the servers and you do not have a sister. And yeah, kind of makes sense. Honestly, everything was staged, memory manipulation, memory planted, just to keep him in control. And Takio didn't really take it very well, as very reasonable reaction out of him. How would anybody react to find out that your memories have been manipulated and he didn't have any purpose so far? how many people he's killed, all of the guilt he feels now without any reason. A lot of things he has to sort through. Tao is there. I feel like they're gonna support each other moving forward, and they decide to take it one step at a time, just to not rush into things. They also decide to leave because they didn't want to be a burden on everybody else after everything that happened and what they did. But a surprise happened, because Tao, right when they wanted to leave, tells M21 that he went through the servers of the Union looking for information on his friend, and the only thing he found was that the records were destroyed. That's intentional. Hopefully they're gonna find out who destroyed them, why did they destroy them, are some of his friends alive, I don't know. Maybe we'll see some subplot a bit to for M21 and his growth, so to say. Now M21 does something very, very good, I felt, because he asks Frank to let both of them, as in Takio and Tao, to live there, and Frank agrees, saying, hey, if this is what you want, go ahead and do it, saying this is your home also. Thank you, Frank. And yeah, very, very nice moment from Frank and M21. I really hope Takio and Tao are gonna stay and they're gonna join the group. I got my wish, they survived, they're both alright, I like them quite a lot. And yeah, the group is expanding. Now, the end credit scene, as it's become a tradition with Noblesse so far, we have Frank asking Frank asking Rai how or what Regis and Sarah are gonna feel about his power, and the reveal, so to say, that they're not normal humans. And I liked Rai, while Frank was trying to have a serious conversation about things moving forward, Rai was just thinking about ramen, saying, yeah, I'll be fine with a change and something like that, but he was talking about ramen. I feel like that guy has a ramen brain, honestly. Yeah, overall, I highly enjoyed the episode. I wish we had more episodes like this moving forward. Even a dialogue heavy episode, if it would be focused on the history of the world, the history of the nobles, vampires. Now that we have werewolves also, the Union, what exactly are they? What exactly do they want? A lot of questions, and yeah, I'm excited for episodes to come. Hopefully they're gonna be the same as this one. So let me know what you guys thought about the episode. What was your favorite moment? And thank you for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, it really helps me quite a lot, and you guys get the latest videos on the series I follow. Now keep enjoying Noblesse. I'll see you again in the next one. Bye bye.